but there would still be hints at his involvement, because while Malcolm had been laying in the street with a bullet in his head for several hours, only 12 minutes before Malcolm had been laying in the street with a bullet in his head for several hours, only 12 minutes before he'd officially be pronounced dead, Von would tweet saying that he has some issues, but he cannot tell a soul about them.
12 minutes before he was officially announced dead, Von tweeted, "I got some issues I can't tell a soul," after he hit somebody who he wasn't even supposed to hit. And folks is trying to say that's why Von never bragged about this body on none of his raps and shit.
These exotic boys, smoking exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
I saw my old yesterday, I seen her face and she looked sick. It's like 100 bad in here. The finest one I'll pick. Freestyle, style, but the style ain't free. What up, Skate? It's your boy, man, Mula, aka Mr. Mula. Mac, I'm back with another video, man. I got that thunky on me ready right now. We back with that King Von documentary, man. If you ain't watched part 1, part 2, go to the video, you know what I'm saying? Go to, this should be in the comment section. I'm gonna drop it in the comment section, you feel me? If not, just go to my channel, type in King Von. Y'all gonna see the 2 videos, man. It's a 3-hour documentary, shorty. 3-hour documentary. So if y'all thought we was gonna watch it all at the same time, you lost it. Must be from Houston. Listen though, check it out. Hope everybody good. Hope everybody straight, man. I know y'all don't want to watch this documentary by your damn self, not for 3 hours, but you'll watch it with Mac Mula because I'm school out there. Skate. I don't know. I just said another language, man. We finna get into it though. We got the white man with the bowl cut, looking like Andy. No, I'm gonna stop tweaking.
With the attention from rappers about this incident, Lil Mark's death became news beyond the local Chicago papers, with this killing taking place during the heyday of DJ Academic's War in Chirac series, where Academics would report satirically on the Chicago drill scene and the shocking crimes going on within it. King Von himself would even go on to rap about killing people at bus stops many years later, as well as on the song Exposing Me, where he says that he is smoking Lil Mark and Tuka. And Lil Durk would go on to do the same thing, rapping in the December 20th smoking
this War remix.
Lil Mark and Tuka. So and Lil Durk would go on to do the same thing, rapping in the December 2014 track War with E-Day 600, also saying that he is smoking Lil Mark and Tuka. Now, it's never been definitively confirmed who killed Lil Mark, but it's widely believed that the 2 most likely hitters are D-Roy or King Von. But whether or not King Von actually did it, he clearly got a lot of gratification from just witnessing this murder, further fueling this strange bloodlust that he was cultivating around this time. If he wasn't the one killing, then he would at least want a front row seat and an opportunity to tweet about it. However, it would be the next murder that would seemingly be Von's.
So they don't know if Von did that, but they said Von was there. They say it was either D-Roy or Von. Now they don't call him D-Roy for no reason,
because he would end up finally catching somebody who he had wanted to get for years, leaving clues on Twitter all the way up to the killing, and then, in an insanely twisted turn, not only would Von get away with the murder, but he would go on to appear in a documentary interview about the victim without anybody even working out that the killer that they were looking for was sitting right in front of the camera.
They talking about K.I., yeah? They ought to be talking about K.I. He did that interview. That's weird. I don't even know.
17-year-old gangster disciple Jakira Barnes, aka K.I., was a legendary figure in Chicago gang history, with the Chicago Sun-Times describing her in a prominent feature as a prolific female assassin in the Chicago gang war. K.I. has been described as the real-life Snoop from The Wire, a reference to the masculine female killer from HBO's crime drama. K.I. herself had been close with Tuka growing up, and her rumoured involvement in the killing of O.D. Perry in retaliation would make her feud with O-Block deeply personal. No doubt King Von was obsessed with K.I. Von and K.I. would have extensive back and forths on Twitter, with it being unclear whether he was trying to date her or kill her. Their first interaction occurred on September the 25th, 2012, when Von would tweet claiming to have beaten up an op girl on the train, with K.I. replying to this saying their arm, ear and face were injured, but she's not bothered because her gun will put a hole in her ops faces, with a tweet the following day indicating that she had perhaps shot at Von or somebody that he knows.
So they found her on the train. They caught K.I. on the train. They saying they whooped that ass on the train. You feel me? Then she tweeted at 4:20. She tweeted at 4:20 p.m. on September 26th, boom, 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 and added King Von.
They would go on to have a back and forth, with Von asking K.I. if she's a gangster or a bitch, with K.I. indicating that she is indeed a real gangster.
I'm a real G on
Von would go on
Shondell.
to reply to her posts, shouting out her gang, asking her why he never sees her when he spins the block, with Ki replying that Von can die just like White White, with Von saying she better kill him because he will kill her and she doesn't have the good aim like he does. That same day, Ki would tell her followers to retweet if they think she looks good. King Von retweeted. Ki would tweet saying that she'd beaten up someone from O-Block and that they should go and tell Von that she is tough. This would prompt a reply from Von, where he would say he can tell that she's tough.
I know you ain't no, and I like you. Don't want no boyfriend, LOL, and when you whoop little skull, folks ain't never go out like
jokingly
that.
asking her if she's looking for a boyfriend,
just on
as well as
Twitter
expressing doubt that she had even beat up his friend, with her replying saying she'd caught an O-Block member on the train who had denied being from there when beaten up, with King Von's sister chiming in claiming to have been there too, and Ki saying that her victim didn't even punch her back. All this provoked a sarcastic reply from Ki being
on folks
from there when beaten up, with King.
I told him not to say where he was from, and he wasn't scared, Kyra. You didn't beat him. Everybody know you ain't no lame. What? I told him not to say where he was from. He wasn't scared, Kyra, and you didn't beat. Oh, okay. So Kayla B trying to basically say, like, everybody know you ain't no pure Buford. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you know what I'm saying? You gonna fight back, you gonna blick or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But she basically saying he only said that because I told him to say that, like, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't scared.
King Von's sister chiming in claiming to have been there too, and Ki saying that her victim didn't even punch her back. All this provoked a sarcastic reply from Von, where he said that he thinks he was falling in love with this fighting female. Von would later post tweets where he said that he's going to treat her right if she becomes his wifey, and later beginning to regularly refer to her as wifey. When Ki replied to Von would say that he has
somebody said how Von was verified back then, folks. It's the same account, folks. He took screenshots. He went back, searched for the tweets on the same account, and took screenshots. He didn't get verified until he was a rapper, folks. God damn. Hold on, we finna get right back into the video, but before we do, shorty, I gotta tell y'all about my membership. MulaMembership.com is a website that I started almost 2 years ago, and since then I have helped literally over 10,000 people make at least $20,000 profit before they left my membership. I know a lot of people gonna say it's cap, but y'all see the proof, man. I do this every day like clockwork. When you sign up for my membership, not only is you gonna get access to all the videos in my membership, where it's teaching you exactly what to do, how to do it when it comes to stocks, crypto, social media monetization, financial literacy, credit. I'm literally going to walk you step by step to make yourself a rich entrepreneur. And on top of that, I have a team of more than 30 people that will work around the clock 24/7 and call out stock and crypto plays, so you know what to buy, when to buy, and you make money with me making the same investments that I make at the same time that I'm making. All this for $50, short. I want to see y'all win, man. So listen, for that low price, click the first link in my description right now, MulaMembership.com. Come sign up before it's too late because we're running out of spots. Spots are very, very limited. I want to keep this membership exclusive, so you might want to hurry up and sign up. Now let's get back into the video.
On his mind a lot, and that he misses her, even telling his sister that he wanted to marry Ki. Now, many years later, somebody on 4chan would claim to have hacked Ki's private DMs on Twitter, and revealing that around this time, Von had DM'd Ki, asking her if she wanted to hook up, or more specifically saying he wants to nail her.
Hey, like, this is one of the
saying
most weirdest.
To which Von replies, when all of this is over, he will have her. More alleged tweets would see Ki asking Von straight up if O-Block are plotting to kill her, to which Von replies,
hell nah, but this said y'all in the wig plotting on me, saying y'all gon'... Well, you know what they was on. You know that already, man.
He's not gonna lie.
On BD, I ain't gonna lie, because he is on that, but I don't even think I could... You seem cool as hell. I ain't gonna lie, the streets be crazy as hell, bro. Because he pretty much... I know he ain't like her for real. He just trolling. You know what I'm saying? But he on some, like... He said, like, you feel me? She kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? But that be a lot of... Especially when you that close, that be a lot. Like, a lot be happening a lot on Phone Grade. Like, y'all to get to it, because... This is why I be saying, because the white man don't know. Okay? He from London somewhere. He don't know nothing about what's going on. You hear me? But a lot of times, y'all will be cool growing up before y'all get into it. So it'll be hard for a lot of to go on. It just be when something happened to a motherfucker, not somebody else, like, man, I ain't for none of that. Like, y'all ain't finna, y'all like tweaking out, man. I'm finna go do what I gotta do to protect me and get back for my homie. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all trying to take all us out. If it was up to them, they'll wipe the whole gang out. You feel me? Unless somebody fight back. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm finna go slide. You feel me? And then it's ever end the cycle. But a lot of times it don't be what my want to do. Cause like I said, these be they cousins, people they went to school where they mamas know each other. Like, you feel me?
Are people looking to kill her? But Von would say he doesn't think he can kill her because he thinks she seems cool as hell, even having the nerve to ask her when she's going to stop gangbanging. K.I. would reply saying she's not going to stop, calling King Von a goofy and asking him when he's going to stop. Von would laugh and tell her that he's gangbanging until he dies, and that he will never lose or quit, with K.I. ultimately agreeing with this and saying that she's planning the same thing, before mocking Von, saying he must feel really threatened.
The same thing. We ain't no flats on y'all ass must really be threatened by me. LOL, y'all think y'all gonna take me out.
By her, and questioning if he really thinks they can kill her. Von replies saying that they're trying to kill anyone, they're not just desperate for her specifically. Before revealing,
I ain't trying to tweak with you. Why you want to go and tweak with me? And nah, we just be trying to get whoever. It ain't like we thirsty to get you, but I had the 9 on me when I saw you that day. I was on the bike and tried. Never. He said he tried. He said
feeling that he had apparently had his gun on him when he beat her up on the train.
Oh no, he's saying when he whooped the ass on the train. Okay. But I had the 9 on me when I saw you that day. I was on the bike.
But saying he didn't kill her.
I tried to grab you, but the blue and whites was right there, and one of the from the block was holding a 7 when I saw you on the train. That this motherfuckers was really. So I'm trying. I'm high as hell right now. God, man. Basically what he's saying is I would have did that to you the other day. I saw you on Fulham Grave, but I seen them blue and whites down the street. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even on that. You feel me? Basically what he was saying. And like he said, like I was finna say, I don't think they was thirsty to get her. Anybody's from Pacific. They was on everybody over there. You feel me? If the O Block, if anybody from O Block or Wick City, if they would have had it their way, they would have took the whole 63rd out, and vice versa. That's any gang, any ops.
Her because the police were there, along with a woman from his block. With Von saying that if he really wanted to kill her, he would have took his chances and shot her in the train or the street. In response to this, K.I. would reply, "Come and get it," because she's ready to go to war with anyone. With Von clapping back, questioning why she takes things so seriously. After this alleged private exchange, Von would reply to a public tweet of hers dissing O.D. Perry, and reminding her that he beat her up, even saying that he wishes he'd spat on her afterwards. Now, Von began to use K.I. pretty much for entertainment, beefing her on Twitter whenever he was bored, but K.I. would be looking for Von in real life, however. Von would tweet that he has his ops scared at the corner store, and K.I. would reply saying that she's on the way looking for him. Also tweeting asking where he is, with Von replying sarcastically telling her to be safe in the streets.
You see, at first it was like October 7th, October 10th, October 12th. This all the same damn week, damn near.
Leaked DMs between K.I. and Von would merge, with K.I. asking Von where he was, with the two of them seemingly arranging a shootout, with K.I. even asking if T.Roy can come too. K.I. later claimed to have walked through O Block and not seen a soul, with Von saying that they're too busy to have a shootout right now. Von would later allegedly DM K.I., telling her to call him when she's ready to put a dress on and let her hair down. They'd keep going back and forth on Twitter publicly, building up this insane public history. K.I. tweeted that she was going to the store, and Von would warn her not to. Von would tweet reminding her that he had beaten her up on the train, with her saying that he's been hiding.
I don't understand. Why you on Twitter telling everybody what you finna do, knowing somebody trying to kill you? That's what I'm trying to understand. Knowing your homies dying. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me on Fulham Grade. I didn't even post nothing like, bro, I never was that though. You hear me? I was never the like, yeah, we finna go to the block. Yeah, we on the block right now. Yeah, I got the pipe. Yeah, I'm serving. Yeah, who need it? Yeah, yeah. You feel me? I was never that. Even in 7th grade, I made my Instagram in 7th grade, 8th grade, I think. 7th or 8th. Either late 7th or early 8th grade, I made my Instagram. And my Twitter and all that. You feel me? But I was never on it. I'll take a picture every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I'm never doing nothing illegal, though. I always was scared. I was paranoid. Maybe I was paranoid enough to survive. But I always like, man, the police on this shit. I've been saying that since I was a little kid on Jesus Christ. Since I was a little kid, I've been saying the police on here, boy, why the fuck I'm finna post a picture with a gun or a ski mask or, you feel me? Or throwing up L's or throwing whatever, anything. Like, why am I doing that?
Von would clap back, asking when she's coming back to his block for a date, and K.I. would then remind Von of all the times that people from her side had beaten him up. Other O Block members would tweet their intentions to kill K.I. too, and she would tweet that she wants to see King Von face to face. Von would reply, she really
You
doesn't.
don't really want that,
One
Kyra.
tweet would see Von say that he'd spent all day trying to get Ki on the phone and that her voice sounded sexy. Even after Von went to jail in 2013, Von's sister would tweet at Ki saying that Von had asked her to go and visit him in jail, with Von's sister later suggesting that she had even had a fistfight with Ki and saying that she will see her on 63rd.
You can't even shoot. Don't forget about where you was shooting at. And you pull hair like a bitch. I bet you won't. Caleb,
perhaps for another fight. When Von was released from jail in 2014, he would tweet at Ki and ask if she...
Caleb B, that's my homie. She just don't know it yet. Because everybody need a friend like Caleb B. A female friend, every nigga need a female friend like Caleb. That's just ready to go. She cool, she fun, probably, you feel me? She be kicking it. But when it's time to go, she gonna fight on bro grade. And if you call her and say, like, sis, like, she playing on me, or like, if you with her and a girl, man, she gonna get on her ass. I feel like you need a sister or a friend like that, you know what I'm saying?
She missed him, with her replying, asking when they're meeting up, and adding 4 gun emojis, with Von expressing disappointment that Ki didn't come and see him in jail like he'd asked. Now, bear in mind, tweeting at Ki was one of the first things that Von did upon getting out of jail. He tweeted her twice before he had tweeted at Chief Keef or any of his actual friends from O-Block.
Damn.
He was obsessed, but Ki would continue to mock Von, asking him how it felt for his friends to die while he was in jail, even retweeting Von's own tweet saying rest in peace J Money, and going on to insult him in a tweet of her own. This was a reference to Von's friend J Money from O-Block, who had been killed in September 2013.
I didn't know J Money was from the O. It makes sense though. I know J Money used to be with Dirk and them. I didn't know he was from the O though. Rest in peace J Money, man. He passed away a minute. That was a long time ago. That was that times ain't the same. And photo. That's that old Dirk. That's that first sign to the streets when he passed away. Bro.
13 whilst he was in jail, with Von retaliating, saying rest in piss to Crack and Modell, with Von even later tweeting that he can't be mad at women unless they're ops, in which case they can die. And another tweet saying how desperate he was to catch a female op. Von and Ki would tweet at each other much less in 2014, perhaps because Von was looking to reduce the paper trail leading to him if Ki wound up dead. But in the days following Lil Mark's death in April 2014, Von would release some brazen tweets. On the 1st of April, he would tell a friend that he would never start rapping and that he prefers killing ops. And
man, do I look like a rapper? They front they shit. I smoke ops. Damn. It's crazy how he was saying that. He ain't even know, fo. Like, what that was. Probably 3, 4, 5 years later or something like that. I don't know when that crazy story came out. He dropped that shit.
The 1st of April, he would tell a friend that he would never start rapping and that he prefers killing ops, and tweeting that he had bodies on his gun. On the 6th of April, Ki would tweet saying, people won't get the picture until you put them in the frame, along with a gun emoji. That same day, Von would tweet saying if you're not where I'm from, you will get killed. That was followed the next day by Von tweeting that he was always looking for a woman and he can't find her, and saying he will stop looking and let her look for him. He would then go on to tweet on the 10th of April that there's some women he would do anything for, telling her to just hit his line. That would be followed by another tweet saying if a girl leaves him, then she's leaving the best, with it unclear if he's talking about her leaving him or her leaving this earth. That was followed by more tweets where Von would say if a girl is with the ops, then she's getting shot, and that he's not playing with op girls this summer and they should watch out. In the early hours of the next morning, Ki would make the ominous tweet, in the end, we die, as well as tweeting her apparent location just off 63rd. And later that afternoon, Ki would be standing on a nearby porch.
Later that afternoon? I didn't know it happened like that. She was tweaking. I've been saying that the whole time, though. I don't know why, like, you feel me? Rest in peace to everybody that's involved. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't finna be trying to put me on. You feel me? But rest in peace to everybody that's involved in shit. But I don't understand. You damn near spoke it into existence on April 11th.
The ominous tweet, in the end, we die, as well as tweeting her apparent location just off 63rd.
Later that day at 12 o'clock, you tweeted where you was at. Like you was bulletproof or something. Like, why do people do that, folks? Just because you tweet and you show everybody from your gang that you ain't scared and you hard, that don't mean you bulletproof now, shorty. Like,
later that afternoon, Ki would be standing on a nearby porch in the 6400 block of South Eberhart Avenue, only a 3-minute walk towards O Block from the location that she had tweeted she was at earlier that day. And that was the day
what did he say?
Standing on a nearby porch in the 6400 block of South Eberhart Avenue, only a 3-minute walk towards O Block.
I'm finna say, that ain't nothing. look, Eberhard, like, he's literally showing you. Parkway Gardens, right? This where the train tracks at. You feel me? You come right here. This like right under the little, not viaduct, but like right under the little train tracks. You walk down. Do y'all see this right here? You walk down the street. Eberhard is right here. So this is Eberhard. Okay? This is 63rd. You feel me? This is 65th. So it go like that. And then these is like the streets up and down. This is like, so this Eberhard right here. St. Lawrence is right here. This is where they be at. So she's saying that she's right here on Eberhard. That's really the last block she can go to, because if she go to this block, if I'm not mistaken, what block is that? Vernon? If she passed Vernon, it's gonna get bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think Vernon is that next block, if I ain't tweaking.
Block from the location that she had tweeted she was at earlier that day. And that was the day that King Von would allegedly find that woman that he had been looking for all this time, as KI would indeed be gunned down on April the 11th, 2014. The murder report on KI's death would feature a witness describing the shooter who hopped out of a car, catching KI and another man who were about to shoot dice. They would run into a gangway, but the shooter kept firing, apparently even shouting, "Yeah, bitch-ass N-words," as he fired the handgun at KI multiple times.
Damn.
She would be shot 9 times and declared dead just 2 hours later.
For Chantel Brown, the statistics are more than just numbers. Within 12 short hours across Chicago, 14 people were wounded, 2 people killed, one of them being Brown's oldest child.
I'm just going to miss her presence. She was a very, very beautiful, well-known, lovely girl.
17-year-old Jakira Barnes loved basketball, her friends, and being with family.
All that,
it's still under investigation what exactly happened Friday afternoon in the 6400 block of South Eberhard, but neighbors say Barnes and a friend were walking along the sidewalk when a gunman started firing.
When the bullet hit, it was so powerful she fell on the step.
Residents who do not want to be identified say Barnes fought to live, but had been shot at least 9 times.
In the jaw, in the neck, and in the chest, and in the leg.
Damn, she got hit up like that?
9 times, they said.
Barnes was transported to Northwestern where she died, and tragically for this neighborhood, it wasn't the first child lost to gunfire.
And Von would go on to tweet just hours after KI was pronounced dead, saying that he loves his gang and they love him, before tweeting, mad that nobody misses him. And this was followed by people confirming that KI had been killed. O-Block veteran Jay Hood would reveal in a Cam Capone interview many years later that Von came back to O-Block and told him what he did immediately after the murder.
But he literally say just like this, I'm looking straight, he meant why I just run up on KI and why I just ran up on them and caught KI. She was the last one running out of the gate. I was like, no way.
The day after the hit, Black Disciple rapper Lil Reese would tweet Von's catchphrase saying that he does his thing, seemingly a congratulatory post to Von, who replied saying, "You got to." Von would later tweet that
somebody else said, "Look, smoke the ass." Oh, this 2016, it don't matter.
Congratulatory post to Von, who replied saying, "You got to." Von would later tweet that he needs a real bitch, and over the next few days, he would once again deliver a flurry of activity on Twitter, tweeting that his ops don't scare him, and that the whole gang war is funny to him. He would say that he's lost a lot of friends, so his enemies must die in retaliation. Von would also tweet saying that people wouldn't believe the things that he does in the streets, and saying that he will never tell. Von would even copy KI's earlier tweet from the week before her murder about people not getting the picture until you put them in the frame, as well as tweeting at her, saying he misses his old girl. Von was clearly in a celebratory mood following the murder of KI, and he would go on to make post after post referencing the ongoing gang war, posting tributes to T.Roy, telling his incarcerated friend that he was going crazy on the streets while he was locked up. Von was seemingly proud of himself for all he was achieving in the streets at this point. He would seemingly update his body count to 6, openly tweeting "homicide in the air" and that he made 6 people extinct for playing hard. Von would even post his own mugshot saying they should have never freed him because he's a menace. He tweeted that he put people's brains in their lap and asked his followers if they would still be there for him when he gets 100 years in jail. Von would suggest that he is only competing in kill counts with T.Roy, suggesting that those two were the most deadly people in the streets.
I ain't gonna lie, now I was hearing about T.Roy before all this. You feel me? I heard T.Roy name a few times. I heard Von name too, you know what I'm saying? But it was like niggas that knew niggas that know or heard about this, or you know what I'm saying? It was like that type. But on from them grade though, like I was hearing T.Roy name I was hearing Von name. There's a few other people that y'all probably know. But yeah, I was hearing their name about like what was going on and like, you feel me? Not just saying like, I ain't know nothing about like, oh yeah, he did this to her or he did this to him or whatever. But I knew they was like known to be savages, you feel me, type
time. And he would claim to wake up in the morning thinking of nothing but killing people. Other rappers and well-known figures around Chicago drill would continue to tweet congratulating King Von after this murder, people like Lil Reese and Boss Top, and Von would also tweet on April the 28th that there's only 2 places for a man like him, presumably jail or hell. Clearly, he must have had an inkling, as he would end up being picked up in connection to the murder the following day, on the 29th of April.
Connection to
but
what
Von
murder?
would never be formally charged with KI's
KI?
murder.
Oh.
He would deny even knowing her, and would initially offer to do a polygraph test.
What the hell is a poly? That's like a lie detector? What's read Miranda rights? Pre-printed card. Bennett acknowledged his rights and agreed to be interviewed. Bennett related that he knew about the homicide of Ja'Kai Barnes because he saw it on the news. Bennett related that he was not involved in the homicide and was no longer knowledge of what had occurred. Bennett related that he does not know the victim and has not seen her before. Bennett stated that he does not go in the area of 65th of Eberhard. When confronted with the fact that he was arrested with a short distance of 65th of Eberhard, Bennett still continued to deny involvement. Devon Bennett agreed to do a polygraph examination. Bennett was given food to eat and water to drink and was allowed to use the bathroom. On fun, I'm hearing that bitch playing the hell out of them police, boy. Hearing that like, man, I don't know, I don't even go over there. I'm gonna talk to y'all. You feel me? Let me get some food. Let me get some water. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna sit in here and talk to y'all and pretty much say like, yeah, I know y'all ain't got no evidence on me because there's no evidence. Like, that's the thing about it. It's no evidence. And if think about it, if somebody pull up, hop out with a mask on, and yell, yeah, bitch ass nigga, blah, 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 and somebody end up getting killed, right? If you don't never find that pipe, if he was by himself, if no witness saw his face, if you don't have no DNA evidence, even what DNA evidence you gonna say? He was in this street? I ain't gonna say all you gotta do. I ain't gonna teach y'all, but it's not a lot you gotta do to give him no evidence, folks. You feel me? It's not a lot. So when somebody go do that, and then do a few more things that I'm not finna discuss that I may or may not know about. You feel me? This just what I heard. It's just what I heard. No, I'm not trying to say on phone of grave. I'm not trying on everything I love. I'm not trying to say that I was Sersky. But I knew people that played like that. You know what I'm saying? Before they passed away. And I could tell you, it's not a lot of things you could do. You do a few more things before you get back to the crib. Once you get back to the crib, the police ain't see you, bro. It's gonna be hard to get convicted for that.
As well as providing a loose alibi, relying on a woman claiming that she had been with him the entire day of the murder. Combine that with the fact that Von had apparently checked in with his parole officer just an hour before the murder worked in his favour, despite the crime scene being only 35 minutes from the parole office, meaning that Von had over 25 minutes spare to get there and kill KI immediately after signing in with his PO. As a result of these slick maneuvers, Von would indeed be released the next day and face no further consequences in this situation.
That's crazy.
He would tweet that he beat that case like Rocky and that he was in a good mood, showing love to
y'all number if you want to holler at me. I love everybody except
everyone but the ops. That was followed by him tweeting laughing faces and saying that he was grateful to be free and that he's too real. A few days later, Von would be tweeting that he beats bodies and that he doesn't plan on going to prison, as well as seemingly referencing KI's resemblance to Snoop from The Wire and calling her a dead op. Years later, Von would even go on to brag about killing KI on songs after he started rapping, famously saying on the track War With Us that he put a pretty op bitch in the morgue, you can call her drop dead gorgeous, as well as saying that he keeps a strap like KI on the song GTA. For years following this...
I ain't gonna lie, that was hard. That bar, like I said, rest in peace to everybody, but that bar put a pretty op in the morgue, call that bitch dead gorgeous.
As well as saying that he keeps a strap like KI on the song GTA. For years following this murder, people, including myself, speculated on whether King Von had killed KI, or whether it was the work of fellow O-Block hitter Big A, who reportedly went by the nickname ASCII, or Ask KI, after her death, suggesting that he had something to do with her killing. But in lyrics to King Von's leaked song Wait, he seemingly rapped about the day that he caught KI, with lyrics a lot of people believe would allude to Von jumping out of the car and chasing KI down the alley, with Big A being the driver. Von would also rap on the song Cousins that he kills women and men and can't tell the difference. But it wasn't just Von. Lil Durk would also rap in December of 2014 the year that KI was killed, on the song War with E-Day, seemingly suggesting that he had owned a gun that was used in KI's murder. Now, rapping about someone that you killed is one thing, but King Von actually went on to do one of the most psychopathic things I have ever seen. Because on May the 23rd, 2019, a documentary about KI would air on A&E titled Secret Life of a Gang Girl.
So it was a real documentary about KI? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was like a real, I thought it was like, it makes sense though. So what it was on? Amazon?
Psychopathic things I have ever seen. Because on May the 23rd, 2019, a documentary about KI would air on A&E titled Secret Life of a Gang Girl. This piece goes in depth into the life of KI, exploring her motivations to become a gang member despite being a petite young woman, as well as interviewing some of the people that knew her during this time. And that documentary about KI would interview none other than King Von, who was featured prominently in the documentary, and if you ask me, he was just straight up trolling the TV crew, who clearly hadn't done their homework. Von would appear in the show, portraying himself as having been an infatuated admirer pursuing KI for nothing but romantic reasons. And the fact that the film crew didn't even have an inkling that Von was responsible is just crazy to me. And it's not like the info that he killed KI wasn't already circulating out there at this point. Because while Von is in jail for his next murder in 2016, word of his story as a shooter in the Chicago gang war would spread on the edgy message board 4chan, where a gang-obsessed 4chan member would claim to have accessed KI's private DMs, exposing those private messages which we already saw between King Von and KI all the way back in 2012. With this deranged 4chan user even replying to friends of KI from her account who had continued to DM her after her death looking for closure, with that 4chan hacker writing a lengthy post claiming to have been told by a friend of KI's in the DMs that they believed King Von was her killer. Bear in mind, this information was floating around all the way back in 2016, 2 years after the murder and 3 years before the documentary. However, eventually, a whole year after Von's death, in 2021, the Chicago police would release documents revealing that they believed King Von himself to be KI's killer, with apparently multiple witnesses pinning Von as the shooter, but unfortunately, the state decided not to prosecute, stating that the case simply wouldn't meet the burden of proof.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not gonna meet the burden of proof, bro. You got all of, how the hell you got a bunch of people saying it was him? If you didn't see this man's face and see him do it, you ain't got no evidence it was him or nothing. You just thinking what you thinking. You just probably saying what you think you heard in the hood. Like, you feel me? That ain't no evidence. Is it some DNA? Can you put that man at that place at that time? You feel me? Did you find the fingerprints on the shell casings? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that get a motherfucker. Did he fall and did he fall? Did he got his footprints, some type of DNA? Did he bleed a little bit? Do he got the same cut from when she was fighting back? If none of that don't go together, that story don't mix. Without beyond reasonable doubt, shorty, they gotta put that story together and make it make sense. If there's any questions in that story, shorty, you going free. And that's why it be so many unsolved murders in Chicago like that, folk. That's why. Baltimore, D.C., all these places, folk. In the world, period. Because I ain't gonna lie, shorty. Like, just being in the hood and knowing people, bro, it ain't really that hard. You would know a that come out, he got 4 or 5 bodies. And you feel me? He tell you the story before the news can. The news come out and they're telling exactly what happened. You hear me? They, like, bro. Like, it's wicked. That's what I be saying about anything. You gonna be around the streets. You gonna be in the streets for. You gotta know this get wicked. And that's why I'm just like I am. Y'all ain't gonna see me dressing like no hood. Y'all ain't really gonna see me in the hood like that. I might still talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometime, depending on where I'm at, who I'm talking to. You feel me? But I ain't never gonna that get wicked, folks. No, there's no other question. Spooky, wicked. No other word for that.
Conviction. So King Von would be released back on the streets after having allegedly killed the girl he had seemingly spent years hunting down. But only a month and a half later, Von would go on to catch yet another murder, which would finally land him in jail,
a month and a half,
just briefly putting a stop to his serialized killings.
Malcolm Stucker, who the hell is this? I heard of that name.
After being questioned about the KI murder and being released with no consequences, King Von felt invincible. The month is May 2014, and Von had seemingly killed a total of 6 people at this point.
God,
as usual, he'd be on Twitter non-stop, hinting at his actions in the streets, asking God for forgiveness for killing his ops, and saying that he shoots first and asks questions later. He would tweet that he's in a different league when it comes to killing, and others need to catch up, and telling the world that he's always armed and ready for his ops. Clearly Von was active in the streets, as well as on Twitter, claiming to be driving through his ops area literally as he was tweeting, and saying that he has an itchy trigger finger. Von would claim that anybody can get smoked for the right price or cause, warning his ops not to come near him or he will shoot. Von would claim to never be putting his gun down because too many people have died in the gang war, taunting his ops, saying he knows that they want him, but it's not his time to die. Von would even repost a viral clip from Worldstar titled "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong," a video apparently showing a group of people filming themselves going to Chief Keef's neighborhood and getting shot at. A clip that people would later claim was actually King Von doing the shooting. I mean, just imagine having the balls to shoot at people and then retweet the Worldstar video of you shooting at them. The same day as this, Von would claim that he's buying guns with 100-round magazines and wondering who he's going to shoot, as well as saying that he'd been gangbanging all day and now he's tired out. The following day, Von would tweet saying that others wouldn't do half of the stuff that he's done and plans to do in the streets, and Von would say that he plans to keep scoring until he wins. Only 2 days after that, Von would find himself attempting to score again. On the 29th of May, 2014, an afternoon party would be going on at 5722 South LaSalle Street. Von would attend this party, where he spotted 2 members from the rival gang. At this point, the mother of the person whose birthday party it was apparently told Von not to start trouble in her house, with Von saying that he wouldn't and leaving. Von would leave the party and go and get a friend, Big Mike, apparently telling another person who was still at the party on the phone that he was coming back and that they should take the children inside. Von and Big Mike would return to that party, parking down the street and approaching a group of 3 men outside the house, opening fire.
So he told some people in the party. There's somebody saying that he told some people in the party to put the kids up because they finna come back. He left the party, grabbed a friend, and told a party goer on the phone that he'd be back, take the children inside.
He was coming back and that they should take the children inside. Von and Big Mike would return to that party, parking down the street and approaching a group of 3 men outside the house, opening fire. 3 of those men would be hit by gunshots. And
one of Ben's virals, Bennett is Von, y'all. That's who his last name, Bennett. One of Bennett's rivals looked up and saw Bennett and Wade approaching the house. He fled. Firing at him as he ran, Bennett chased the rival toward the South Street. Prosecutors told the jury by the time Wade got to the front of the house, Stuckey was face down on the grass between the sidewalk and the street, bleeding out. He died in his work uniform. So it was probably an op at some party not too far away from where they was at. He probably knew some people there. The op ended up being there. He left, came back with his homie, and they trying to say Bennett was acquitted of murdering college suspect Michael with a gun Bennett had bought in Mississippi. So Von went to Mississippi and bought a pipe, brought it back to the rack. Is that what they trying to say? And they trying to say he hit his ass up when he came back to the party. He seen him and hit him up as he tried to run, but he hit him up type shit.
Approaching a group of 3 men outside the house, opening fire. 3 of those men would be hit by gunshots, whilst Von chased them, allegedly yelling, "Why are you running?" And when the shooting stopped, a 19-year-old man by the name of Malcolm Stuckey would be declared dead with a gunshot wound to the head. The Chicago police would respond to the shooting at 6:10 p.m., arriving on the scene where police were pictured securing the location around Malcolm's body. Apparently Von was really trying to kill 2 rival gang members that he saw at the party, ultimately hitting 3 people for only killing Malcolm, who allegedly wasn't the intended target or even involved in the gang war. Perhaps this is why we never hear King Von in his career disrespecting or saying that he's smoking Malcolm, like he did to many of the other people that he was rumoured to have killed at the party, ultimately hitting 3 people for only killing Malcolm, who allegedly wasn't the intended target or even involved in the gang war. For only killing Malcolm, who allegedly wasn't the intended target or even involved in the gang war.
So he didn't even try to hit. He didn't even try to. He didn't even try. They trying to say he didn't even try to take Malcolm.
Perhaps this is why we never hear King Von in his career disrespecting or saying that he's smoking Malcolm, like he did to many of the other people that he was rumoured to have killed. But there would still be hints at his involvement, because while Malcolm had been laying in the street with a bullet in his head for several hours, only 12 minutes before Malcolm had been laying in the street with a bullet in his head for several hours, only 12 minutes before he'd officially be pronounced dead, Von would tweet saying that he has some issues, but he cannot tell a soul about them.
12 minutes before he was officially announced dead, Von tweeted, "I got some issues I can't tell a soul," after he hit somebody who he wasn't even supposed to hit. And folks is trying to say that's why Von never bragged about this body on none of his raps and shit. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Boss Top from O Block would tweet that Von is the guy who sits people down if they run up. Now, it would take nearly 2 months for the authorities to connect Von to this murder, and during this time, he would continue to be prolific posting on Twitter. He would tweet that he was on the block with his gun in the early hours of the morning, just the day after the murder of Malcolm, and tweeting that all of the things that people are hearing about are him. He's the one responsible. He would tweet saying that he's killed so many ops that he doesn't have any more feelings. He'd also tweet that it's all fun and games until somebody you know is no longer breathing. And he would tweet saying that he did all of this on parole and just wait until he gets off, with a demon emoji. And in another deleted tweet that was apparently reposted by somebody else, Von openly tweeted saying that he wanted to go on an all-out killing spree. However, King Von's crime spree would ultimately be cut short on prom night.
There's boss top ass right there. Look at Von ass. If he don't get his Councilman Tate looking at. Oh, Fonel, you know this picture old as hell. What? This from like 2014 at least. It gotta be 2015. Look at Shorty with the Ferragamo belt. What? Big Jean wearing that. I think that's Kayla right there. That's his sister. That's Von's sister, I'm pretty sure. Or her twin or some shit. You look just like
night of all nights.
Look just like
Von would be pictured holding a gun at O Block in his suit in the hours before prom.
He got a
and
pipe
he would even tweet warning people not to try him while he's dressed in his suit. Von would then end up doing a shooting in his prom suit with witnesses describing his outfit. His arrest. Von's last tweet would be on June the 7th, 2014. The ominous statement, "Loose screws get nailed." He would end up being arrested on firearms charges on prom night, and then the following month, on the 22nd of July 2014, Von's accomplice in the murder of Malcolm Stuckey, Big Mike, ended up getting charged with murder and being taken in for questioning by the police. Then, 2 days later, on July the 24th, 2014, King Von, already in jail, would be charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the killing of Malcolm Stuckey and 2 counts of attempted murder for the other 2 people shot in that incident. Von's arrest for this crime would attract significant media coverage, and he would remain in jail awaiting trial from June 2014 to December 2017. And during that time, his people would tweet from his Twitter account saying that they missed him, asking for visitors to come see him on his birthday, and posting clips and pictures of him in jail during his visits.
He's still in that game, baby. Ronnie Dread.
That's all right. Recording already? Dropping live and dropping rates. I'm thirsty. What's up? You miss me, man?
Yes! No, I'm not.
You got the money from Mula?
No, it's still a whole car.
Come out the shirt. I'm flexed up. Holla.
You're ugly.
Big ass. His ass in that bitch good.
But while Von was in jail, he would raise hell, apparently helping to start a huge fire on the wing in April 2017. He would constantly get into fights with his ops, apparently never turning down confrontations.
That's why I can say Von had over 20 fights in that. He was. He talk about jail. He talk about that shit like it's a rite of passage. Like every was a street like him, he was like jail was coming. Yeah, that's why he was always in that, because he never cared about jail. That's how he was able to be the type of he was in the streets. Right. Some of these savages, like, and you supposed to do shit with that in the back of your mind, like knowing, go south, go to jail
anytime.
Well, shorty sliding up on like the police don't even exist. He just smoke you broad day.
Von would remain in jail for an extended period of time, around 3.5 years in total. And during his time in jail, he picked up
if you're gonna be a savage, you gotta kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be careful. Like you gotta be careful with who you be with, especially nowadays, boy, because you don't know, shorty. You don't know, boy. I know a lot of niggas right now that just ain't care. They if they got killed, went to jail for 40 years, right now they don't get no at all, zero, absolutely none. They don't care. On bro grave. You feel me? Because they just gonna do what they gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I be trying to tell people, especially in the hood, like, bro, it's more to life, shorty. You don't gotta put all your eggs in this basket trying to do this and do that. You don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do to survive. So I ain't gonna judge you, shorty. But if you don't get caught, whatever you got going on, if you don't get caught for, be doing something else on the side. And if God bless you enough to not get caught, I promise you, shorty, just like Von, folk, the longer you don't get caught, the more chance you got to make something out of your life and get the hell on. You feel me? And if you doing anything but catching bodies, you gonna be straight 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? You stay to the side, get you some money, stack your shit, get your life together. You feel me? Cause it don't be worth it, bro.
And grandson, apparently for his resemblance in image as well as temperament to the Black Disciples founder David Barksdale, also known as King David. Like it's obvious that King Von took a lot of inspiration from the original founder of the gang that he repped, the Black Disciples. Not only going by the name King Von, but also frequently saying David Barksdale's nickname, often ending sentences by saying, "On King David."
On King David.
Also, while Von was in jail awaiting trial, the conflicts in the streets would continue to play out, and Von would eventually get the worst news imaginable. His right-hand man, T.Roy, would be shot and killed in a convenience store on Valentine's Day 2017. Von's people would post Twitter tributes memorializing his friend and favorite shooter. And Von would later open up about the very moment that he got the news about T.Roy's death while he was in jail.
Yeah, R.I.P. T.Roy, man, that was my best friend. I got that nigga on my neck. That's how strong that shit. I got him gang banging on my neck. That's how we was gang banging up.
With Von saying that he completely broke down crying when he found out that his right-hand man T.Roy was gone.
I miss my dog. Before they kill my dog, I was locked up.
Oh, man.
Kill me, I broke down. I ain't cried so long. But every day, this my you know, I'm in jail. I'm fighting the murder and shit. I call it every day. It's my right-hand man. So I'm telling him like, all right, now since he go, we can tell him he getting that. Man, I'm gonna get you out, Von. I'm gonna get you out, man. Whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna get you out. I swear to God. You know, but we in the streets, you know how that shit go.
Yeah.
So he trying to hustle, he trying to rob, all type. He doing whatever he can do. I'm gonna get you a lawyer, bro. I got you, you know. He be telling me, give me a shot. I be calling, man. Don't even worry about it, man.
Oh, bro.
Just look, just you make sure you know. I mean, I'm gonna figure this shit out. Just be cool out there. I call folks. It's like. It's on like Valentine's Day, you see what I'm saying? I call my mama back.
So he call him, oh,
she
damn.
Crying and shit. Ma, what the f you crying for?
Damn, it happened like that.
I call folks. It's like,
so it's
on like Valentine's Day, you see what I'm saying? I call my mama back. And she crying and shit. Ma, what the f you crying for? You good?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Ooh, they shot T.Roy. T.Roy got, what? Ooh, what? Look at the phone. You know how that shit, you in jail, you can throw it on. What?
No, for now.
Alright. Now we calling him out. What's going on? He got hit once, some shit. Oh, damn. What the f going on out there? T.Roy got shot. Look, this is the thing. Y'all don't know T.Roy. Y'all gotta leave our history of T.Roy. Y'all don't know. T.Roy got the that's T.Roy. That's T.Roy. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know T.Roy like I know T.Roy. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear he gets shot on, he don't want to talk me like don't be lacking. Don't be. You know.
Bro.
He was on me. He used to be on each other. You know what I'm saying? Cause me and him, we back to back. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Folks got shot. I said, hold on. I said the streets. Hold on. Who got shot? Who? Nah, he a gangster. He got shot before. He a gangster. I said, folks ain't make it on phone him out.
Damn.
I play it out, you know me. You know, you gotta play it out. You in jail, that's all type of goof ass around. You know, these 30.
Yeah, on phone.
All of your business on King David, I walk it off. I'm just walking around in circles on the deck, you know. And they put their arm around me. When I'm like, damn, you good, bro? You good? What's wrong with you, Vaughn? Yeah, I'm good. Ooh, what's wrong? You got a phone, man? I'm good, you know. They what happened? I mean, they just killed T.Roy. Ooh, he what? I'm T.Roy. They just killed T.Roy. Oh, I got it. Breaking down on King David.
Say it out loud on bro.
I couldn't help it. They hold me. These some real. You know what I'm saying? We grown ass men. Folks grab me to hold me. Get to there, you gonna be alright, shorty. You gonna be alright. Oh, hold on, boy. That's my best friend, boy. Tell me they just killed my best friend while I'm in jail. I'm in that. Better go crazy. Oh, I'm in that. Don't know what's going on. I'm in that.
Bro.
In that. Who the f y'all? I'm that mad on. Oh yeah, I'm in that. In that. Nah, not my best friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that. In that. If he get got, there ain't a lot of hope for a lot of. Cause he be
Yeah.
Y'all know how folks see us, man. T.Roy.
He trying to say he be on point.
Let me
So
see
like, he be on point.
The guys is looking like, ooh, this preaching on. Oh, don't trip, you know. Y'all know this that street. The street watching me like that. About the I know, yeah, this the street. I better pay attention. I ain't gonna keep doing. But this don't supposed to be for free.
Von would take T.Roy's death very seriously. Even after becoming a famous rapper, he would threaten to kill trolls who would DM him mocking T.Roy on his birthday.
Fuck how you feel? You a shorty on, oh, I'll kill you. Yo, as a little boy, I'll choke you out my motherfucking hands and beat the shit out you. And then that shit fool you, boy. I'll drop my motherfucking location on you. Will pull up, I'll kill you for real, man. Yo, ass HFE Larry. Yo, ass a goofy, man. Yo, ass is a bitch, boy. Stop fucking playing me. Go play with somebody else, bro. I'll fuck you up for real. I don't even play like that, gang. For real.
Bro, this why I don't even really be in them DMs, because a nigga do that. He don't even care for real. He don't even know these people. He just saying this to you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's why another reason why I don't say my homie names. I don't do none of that. I don't be like rest in peace. I don't do none of that for bro, because y'all ain't finna be in the comments. I'm gonna be tweaking on bro. Y'all ain't finna be messing with my mental. I see that every day. I'm in my comments looking at that every day. No Sirski. You crazy as hell, boy. No. I don't want nobody looking up all that. Nah, boy. So I just let my homies rest on front of them grave. But that's why you gotta leave that alone, cause you'll be in a DM talking to a he don't even care. He's a pure fan. He just trying to talk to you for real. He don't care.
3.5 years in jail, eventually Von would finally face trial for the murder of Malcolm Stuckey. Von's family tweeted from his Twitter account in November 2017 that they had been attending his trial at court. And despite what was originally thought to be a clear-cut case, Von's co-defendant would end up implicating himself and Von in the crime in an attempt to secure a deal with prosecutors.
He snitched on himself and Von. Tweaking.
But ultimately backing out of that deal at the last minute, leaving prosecutors scrambling for any evidence that would actually implicate Von in the murder. Allegedly, eyewitnesses who saw Von that night failed to testify, and King Von would even later rap about the situation on the track What's Next, saying that they killed the only witness and that Big Mike was the only one who spoke. This turn of events would see King Von being acquitted of all charges due to lack of evidence, and Big Mike himself going down for 16 years, plus an extra 12 for backing out of a deal with prosecutors, so a total of 28 years.
So, yo, see what I'm saying? This is why you do not snitch. Because if you would have just shut up, you probably would have got out with Von. You feel me? But you already snitched on yourself, then you backed out of the deal. They not finna just let you back out of the deal. They gonna hit your ass over the head, you feel me? Because you just messed up the whole prosecutor's whole, you feel me? This they job. This they career. This they record. You know what I'm saying? This they conviction record. They trying to convict. They ain't trying to play. You just told them, promised them you was finna do something, then you didn't do it, so they like, okay, bet. You gonna see something. Shorty got 12. Found guilty. He didn't even get found guilty of no murder. He found guilty of aggravated battery with a firearm and sentenced in prison to 28 years. He received an additional 12 sentence for backing out of a deal to testify against a co-defendant. A jury acquitted the co-defendant of all charges.
After this, King Von would be a free man once again.
Because he can't even take it to trial no more because he already snitched on himself. It's over with. You snitched on yourself?
Beating a body and returning to the streets of Chicago with his freedom and a clean slate. The family of Malcolm Stuckey would later admonish Von on social media.
So this guy kills my brother and becomes a rapper? Oh, okay, clown. I've never listened to him. And that one Lil Durk song I did, like, I'll never listen to that again. And this man is proud to say he beat his case. Throw the whole day away. I mean, ma'am, you know, I'm sorry, ma'am. You probably gonna have to just sit this one out. I know it be touchy in the family, just, you feel me? But when they go gangster, you know, especially I get what they saying that Von probably ain't do that on purpose. But if your son was gang or brother or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, family don't be knowing these people. You don't know who your family is for real when they with their friends. When your son or your brother, your sister go to school, when they with their friends, whoever their friends is, they are different than they are when they at home with you. You feel me? Or when they with their girl. It's all different people type. It's the same person, but it's different sides of them. Like, my girl is gonna be able to tell you a lot more than my closest homie. You feel me? But my mama is gonna be able to tell you a lot more than my girl. My dad is gonna be able to tell you a lot more shit than my mom. It's all like, you know, it's different relationships, folks. You feel me? So it's different sides of a nigga you gonna get out of everybody. You feel me? So that's why I say you just might wanna. I know it'd be heartbroken and stuff like that, man, but I know.
For getting away with this gruesome murder and going on to become a rapper. But, as we'll soon learn, Von had zero shame about the things that he had done in the streets. In fact, he would wear the badge of a killer who beat a body with pride. And after killing an alleged 7 people in total, when Von got out of jail, it would be time for a new beginning. As the newly free King Von would take all of his stories from being a killer on the streets of Chicago and put them into songs. Becoming a Chicago drill rapper with so much credibility as a gangster, his music simply could not be ignored. And soon, all over Chicago and around the world, Von's name would be ringing as people would begin to discover what appeared to be the realest gangster rapper who ever lived.
And I ain't gonna lie, he probably was. He probably was, folks. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, because it's a few stories like this, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell y'all some real shit right now. Y'all ready? Buckle up. You're not going to go around the hood, catch 7, 10, 12 bodies, beat the case, and then become a very successful rapper and just live life happily ever after. It does not work like that. It happened to Von. That is a once in, like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't no everyday shit. So children, younger people, do not think you just finna be this big, rough, tough gangster and then be a rapper and a gangster. Make it out of the streets. Blow up and get rich. Still be gang and survive to tell the tale. It ain't gonna work like that, folks. You know what I'm saying? And Von, I ain't gonna lie, Von passed away on some fluky shit. We know that. But the first thing first, folks, you're going to get back in this world what you put out, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of if you're a good person, you did it for a good reason, whatever, you're going to get out what you put in. You feel me? And secondly, bro, it's not realistic for you to do that, bro. You're going to go to jail, bro. Von was blessed with a once in a billion opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? And passed away on some fluke, like I said. But don't think you just finna go catch. Like, I'm finna go catch 9 bodies and I'm finna get out and then I'm finna rap and then they finna like it because I'm gonna tell everybody and they gonna think, no, you going to jail. Okay. Y'all stay tuned for part 4, man. We still got like, I think we only an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in. We still got a whole nother hour of video. Oh, for them grave. Hour documentary. That's crazy.